Welcome, Blueberry Travelers. My name is Carola Smith, and I'm very excited to have the opportunity to tell you a little bit about Santa Barbara City College and about studying in the US and specifically in California. Santa Barbara City College is a community college. We are one of 115 community colleges in the state of California, and what we offer is the first 2 years of a bachelor degree. Within the US, California or community colleges are the #1 choice for US students, and there are a number of reasons for that, which I will talk about a little bit later. But just in the state of California, we serve over 2 million students who first come to us for 2 years and then attend the university for another 2 years to obtain a bachelor degree. There are a number of advantages for starting out at a community college. I myself was an international student at Santa Barbara City College from Germany, and I had an amazing experience. So I'm really excited to let you know about what I enjoyed when I studied at Santa Barbara City College. For me, one of the major decisive points was the cost. So the cost of attending Santa Barbara City College is only a fraction of what it would cost to attend a four-year university. For instance, our tuition for 1 year is about $8,000 as compared to about $40,000 at UC Santa Barbara. So it's a really smart choice for you to start out at a community college to save a lot of money in the first 2 years. And then if you want to get your full degree in the US, to spend 2 more years at a university. Another thing that I really enjoyed was the small class size. So typically the classes have 25 to 35 students in the class, and that provides you with an opportunity to get to know your professors and the other students in the class. All of our professors at Santa Barbara City College are experienced professors. They love to teach. That's why they came to us. And so it's not like at many four-year universities where the lower division courses are often taught by teaching assistants. We don't have any teaching assistants, and all of our professors have experience in their field, both inside and outside the classroom. Another really great thing about the community college is that it's much easier for you to enter a community college because your grade point average doesn't need to be as high as at the four-year universities, and we are basically open access institutions. Another thing that I enjoyed was the help that I received during my first semester, especially when I started at Santa Barbara City College. I had academic counselors I could go talk to. I had the staff in the International Student Office that was really helpful and very responsive to my questions. And then we have a number of support services that are available to you all free of charge. So it's really easy to start out at Santa Barbara City College, to get to know your way around the college and around the American education system. And then if you want to get a full degree, to venture out to a larger institution. Another great thing is that we have transfer agreements with top universities, both inside and outside of California. So it's really easy if you are a good student and you study to transfer to a top university. UCLA is typically one of our top universities for international students, and I'll talk about some of the other ones in a little bit. And then another great thing that not all students might know about is that after completing a degree, in the US, you are eligible for a 1-year full-time work permit anywhere in the US, and that is what we call optional practical training, or OPT. And we provide support for students who want to pursue that opportunity. A little bit about Santa Barbara. When I came to Santa Barbara, I fell in love with it immediately. It is one of the most beautiful places I've ever visited, and it's one of the most popular tourist destinations in the US. It's a fairly small city with about 100,000 people maybe, and with the surrounding areas, we have about 250,000 people who live in the area. Of those, about 50,000 students are, 50,000 people are students, and that makes for a really fun environment for our students because there are lots of things to do outside the classroom in the evenings. And so it's also easy to find other students and make friends. And then the location of Santa Barbara is fantastic. So you can be in Los Angeles within an hour and a half, about 5 hours away from San Francisco. San Diego is about 3.5 hours away. And then you can also go to a lot of national parks. You could go skiing. So there are lots and lots of travel opportunities from Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara is also unique in that it attracts many very famous people from the movie industry, very successful business people. Most recently, as you probably may have heard, Prince Harry and Meghan have moved to the neighborhood. So there are many, many very famous and interesting people from all around the world here. And that actually benefits our institution because some of these individuals actually either donate funds to our institution or some of them actually choose to teach for us. And that makes for a really rich learning environment. A little bit about our institution. We were ranked as the #1 community college in the entire US by the prestigious Aspen Research Institute in 2013. And we had that ranking until 2015. We're not allowed to compete for it for within the next 7 years, but our ranking factors and the quality of our program has still remained the same. Since then, we've been ranked as the #1 choice by College Choice, as well as by Value Colleges. And I can confidently say that we are consistently ranked as one of the top institutions in the country. Our location is amazing, as you can see from this aerial shot and from the banner on top. Our campus is literally located on the beach, and we're right next to the Pacific Ocean. And our Scandinavian students really enjoy this location because the weather is warm year-round. And so there are lots of opportunities for outdoor activities, running, biking, hiking, sailing, surfing. So typically our students lead a very active lifestyle outside the class. Our campus serves about 15,000 students, and of those, we have typically about 800 to 1,000 international students from 80 different countries. And that makes for a really rich learning environment because in every class, you're likely to have students from at least 5 different nationalities who all bring a different viewpoint and perspective to the classroom. As far as our academic programs are concerned, we have a lot of choices. We offer about 80 academic programs as well as 50 vocational programs. And I think one of the things that makes us unique is that we have many award-winning faculty as well as student support service staff. So the quality of education is truly exceptional. I will very briefly speak about that because I know that many of you come for 1 or 2 semesters and not necessarily for a full degree program. But for those of you who are considering a full degree program, this is what your transfer pathway might look like. So you would do your first 2 years at the community college, and then you have the option of either transferring into the UC system, which is a more theory-based and more academic system, or into the California State University system, which is a great choice for more applied and practical degree programs. Or you could also transfer to any of the private universities, both inside and outside of the state of California. Here again, very briefly, our transfer statistics. UCLA tends to be our top transfer institution for international students. UC Santa Barbara is usually second since we have a transfer guarantee. And then UC Berkeley is usually in the top 5. As far as our programs of study are concerned, you have the option of doing a full 2-year associate degree program. We offer a number of 1-year state-approved certificate programs, particularly in our business programs, as well as our media arts programs. And then we also offer skills competency awards and departmental awards, which are a great choice for students who just want to come to us for 1 semester. And of course, you could also just come for a study abroad experience or a gap year where you can pick and choose classes from any of the majors and combine them according to your own interests. Here are some of our popular programs of study for international students. Business is our largest major for international students, with about 1/3 of our international students being enrolled in one of the many different business degrees. So we have marketing, we have entrepreneurship, management, accounting, international business, finance, and I'm sure I'm forgetting a few, but it's a very vibrant and very rigorous degree program. And within that program, we have a lot of professors who have worked in a business, who have been successful business people, and who now teach for us. We also are very strong in our science programs. So anything in engineering, biological sciences, marine biology, chemistry, physics, computer science, those are all very strong programs because we have received a lot of grant funding from the government for these programs. Global studies is another fantastic major, and it is one of the faster growing majors in the US. And then we are very, very strong in anything that is related to media arts, particularly film production, graphic design, photography. And that is due to our proximity to Los Angeles and to the fact that many people who work in the film industry actually live in Santa Barbara, and some of them actually teach for us. So if you take a film editing class, you might have a professor who has actually worked on a major Hollywood movie production. Similarly, if you take let's say, a class in our music or theater arts program, we have a faculty who won an Oscar for the costume design in the, I forgot the name of the movie, but award-winning faculty. Also in our music department, many of our faculty bring in professional musicians for guest lectures. So again, these programs are very vibrant programs. And just as a kind of a side fact, I don't know whether you know Katy Perry, but she actually was a songwriting student at Santa Barbara City College. And then we are also very strong in our social sciences, such as psychology or communication, which tend to be very popular majors. A little bit about our support services. I think this is another thing that really sets Santa Barbara City College apart from other institutions, and that is the excellence of our support services. Our transfer center has won an award for excellence in advising services. They help students who want to transfer to a four-year university by through personalized appointments, help with the university application essays. We have visitors or reps from the universities who come and meet with students individually. So there's a lot of support. Another great thing, if you're not quite sure about what career you might want to pursue, the Career Center offers a lot of personalized career exploration workshops, assessments. They help you with resume writing. We do internship referrals. We have a global internship program that is currently a virtual internship program. So there are lots of opportunities for you to explore careers and also to get some practical experience. As far as housing is concerned, students have different options. The campus is surrounded by student apartments, so many of our international students literally live in walking distance from the campus, and typically students live in a student apartment with 2 students per room, 4 students per apartment. But of course, you can have a private room at an additional cost. We work with professional housing placement services. So we have a placement service that can place you into a host family. And then we also have another placement service that can place you into furnished student apartments. And I would strongly recommend to prearrange your housing because with 50,000 students in Santa Barbara at any given time, the housing can be a little bit competitive. As far as the program cost is concerned, the cost of studies is approximately $26,000 per year, and that includes pretty much everything other than your flight ticket. So it would include tuition, health fees, you get a bus pass, which allows you to ride the bus for free for the duration of the semester. It also includes a mandatory medical insurance, which is a great insurance and which covers most of the medical expenses that you might have, as well as books, supplies, and your housing. And then for students who want to also study in the summer, we have 2 summer sessions, and they're optional. And the cost of the summer, of one summer session is approximately $5,000. But as I said, that is an optional choice for students. As far as our requirements are concerned, we require a 2.0 grade point average. So that would be equivalent to passing grades. Students must be 17 years or older by the time they start their program here. We don't require any standardized tests such as a TOEFL or an IELTS score. And if you go and visit our website, you will see that there are a number of ways to fulfill the language requirement. For our Swedish students, we automatically place students into the academic program without the requirement for additional English classes. And that is based on the fact that we know that your English is very good. At the moment, we are waiving our application fee for the spring 2021 intake. And we also have very flexible payment options for students. New students don't have to make their payments until literally a week before the semester starts. So if you're not quite sure whether you want to apply and whether this is the right time, considering the uncertainties associated to COVID, you can safely apply without having to pay an application fee and without having to commit any tuition fees until literally the week before the semester starts. Our application deadlines are listed here. For the fall intake, it would be June 15th. For the spring, it's November 1st. And for summer, it's May 1st. And I'd like to briefly address COVID, since I know that that is probably on your mind. We have a very robust COVID response plan, and we have implemented a very robust safety protocol that we are following currently. And we are following the guidance from the Center for Disease Control, as well as the World Health Organization, and our local county health officials. And so we will use that guidance to determine whether or not we will be able to offer face-to-face classes this coming spring, or whether we will be primarily online. At the moment, we are planning to have about 200 to 300 classes face-to-face, and those would be classes primarily in our science areas, as well as in some of our more applied majors, such as film production, theater arts, etc. We will have more information about our concrete plans for the spring sometime in late October. I should also mention that we are very familiar working with CSN funding, because we have a lot of Swedish students. And so we will work with you on accepting your CSN funding letter instead of a financial statement. And we are very, very familiar with the process, so you don't have to worry about encountering any problems there. If you are interested in Santa Barbara City College, I would strongly encourage you to book a session with one of the Blueberry advisors. We work very closely with Blueberry and have worked with Blueberry for over 10 years. And they have done a fantastic job advising former students about all the different options. And they are closely familiar with our academic programs, our admissions requirements, etc. So I can confidently say that you will be in very good hands. I think I will leave it at this, and I hope to see some of you at the open house on October 10th. Thank you very much for joining.